Well, hello to our Links family. Here we are again on another Friday. I hope you enjoyed our previous series with Jeffrey on video talking about faith out of Hebrews chapter 11. And then I was writing the Devos, just what biblical faith is and how to trust the Lord and why we can trust the Lord and those sorts of things. So today we're starting a new series um, on suffering. Just felt like the Lord had really impressed upon my heart. Um, to do a series on suffering. We have a number of staff people who have been through some serious issues, one of which is our guest today, Joy Denton. Joy, welcome.
Thank you, Dennis. Good to be with you, brother.
Good to see you. For you that don't know Joy is our area director for most of South Carolina and all of North Carolina. Joy and I go way back to seminary days. Joy, among other things, married to Jamie, two adult sons who are really powerful young men. He's done a good job being a good dad through the years. Joy was a Division I golfer back in the day at USC, and that's not University of Southern California. That's University of South Carolina, Gamecocks. And so we just want to be clear about that. We're good Southeastern Conference boys right here. So anyway, Joey is our area director, and there's a lot we could say. I'm going to let him. Joey, I just want to maybe do a two-part series here, and you go any direction you want. But I know I watched over a couple of years where you suffered mightily. So tell us a little bit about that story, what happened, and then how the Lord sustained you through all that.
Yeah, Dennis, thanks for the opportunity. So in February of 2021, I was pastoring a church that I planted back in 2016. And in February of 21, was in a significant car accident where I suffered major head trauma, frontal lobe injury to my brain, optical nerve issues. I had hearing issues, all of which led me to eventually not being able to pastor the church. So I had to step down and was in recovery with doctors and therapists for almost 2 years.
Yeah, I dipped in and out of your life through that season, and quite frankly, saw you on a few occasions where I was deeply concerned that you were never going to be functional again. Were there times, Joy, that you kind of threw in the towel, maybe really met up with despair and really thought you would never make it back?
For me, yes. To be in a position where the Lord had called me to serve Him, and then now because of injuries, I couldn't do it anymore. That was a low season for me. That was a really hard, difficult season. For my entire Christian life, I have believed in the sovereignty of God, the providence of God. I've taught that. I wholeheartedly believe it. I see it in the scriptures. But I had to get to the point where I was okay with it. And that took a little time. And God was gracious to me during that season to help me understand and get me to a place where I was okay in trusting His sovereign plan for my life, His protective care over my life.
Yeah, I when you said that actually stirred something deep in me. You know of our Leanne and our struggles, our 14 years suffering with my son, who we almost lost twice. We'll probably do a little video on that. And maybe I can tell that story and it can help somebody. But that's precisely what the Lord did with me. I fought and fought and fought in prayer and study and in every way I could to see my son make it back, to a functional life. And um, the Lord just brought us to a place where we resigned ourselves wholly and totally to God's will, that if we were going to spend the rest of our life taking care of an incapacitated, disabled son, then, that's not what we wanted, but we were going to trust the Lord through it. So I can relate to that. The Lord did intervene, obviously, and as He's intervened in your life. So, um, Give us one little nugget, one thing. I guess you really already have. How did you cope in the midst of those dark moments?
Yeah. So, in short, the ultimate, uh, the ultimate one, the one that I could rely on His truth and what He has told me. And um, next Friday, I'm looking forward to sharing from the scriptures how God ministered to me during that season.
Okay, well, we'll look forward to that. So, to our Links family and our friends, if you're joining us as a guest, we're so glad to have you again. We've begun a series on suffering. Scripture has a lot to say about suffering over against other philosophies of life, worldviews, world religions. Christianity is actually a faith of hope at its core.
Yes.
It's a matter of deep, profound hope. And so we'll hope you'll join us again next Friday as we continue this series with Joey. Joey, thank you, brother.
Thank you, Dennis.